the first part of the database. Okay, the first part of the database, which we call it as what? Transaction database, guys. Which we call it as what? Transaction. Which we call it as what? Transaction database. And the second part of the database, which we call it as what? Data warehouse. Which we call it as what? Data warehouse. So these are the two type of database or two parts of databases, we can say. The first part is what? Transaction database, and the second part is what? Data warehouse. The second part is called as what? Data warehouse. Now guys, before we look into what is database and why it is transaction database and what is a data warehouse and why it is used, guys, let us try to see an example. Oh yes, let us try to see an example here. What is the example? Let us try to see what is the, guys, you have a textbook, all of you. Can you tell me? Textbook. There is a textbook. There is a textbook. Now tell me, when there is a textbook, how many topics are covered in the book? How can you find out? Yes, guys, tell me now. In a textbook, how many parts are covered or how many topics are covered in the book? How many? Yes, tell me now, guys. How many? Guys, tell me now. All of you, please tell me. How many? There is a textbook, guys. There is a textbook. Now tell me how many parts. Okay. How many parts? Okay. Um, they are in the book. We will be having the textbook. Yes, guys. Basically, you have what's that? Index paper. Yes, index paper is on first part where we have what's that? Topic name along with the page number. Where in the second one, what is that you have it, guys? The second one is nothing but what? From the detail. Suppose in the index paper or in the prefix paper or in the first paper, whatever you have it, you have the topic name along with the page number. The topic name along with the page number. And now from the second paper, it will have the details from the first part till the end of the subject. From the first part till the end of the subject, you will have the details. Now, guys, here we can say that suppose you wanted to buy a book for a subject called English. Suppose you want to buy a book for the subject called, what is it? English. So as you wanted to buy a book for the subject called English, okay, as you wanted to buy a book, so as you wanted to buy a book for the subject called English, guys, as you wanted to buy a subject book for the subject called, what is it? English. So how do you make the decision of purchasing? First of all, you will go to the book and ask the shopkeeper to show you the book for English. And now English story book or whatever the type of book he showed you, you will pick up that book. And now how do you make the decision of purchasing that book or not? So are you going to read the whole book at the shop itself? Yes, guys. No, we are not going to read the whole book at the shop itself. Simply we are going to refer the paper called index paper, where in the index paper you will have the topic name along with the page number. Am I right, guys? You will have topic name along with, what is that? Page number. You will have the topic name along with the page number. So hence you will read all the topics covered in the book and then you will take a decision of purchasing that book or not. So we can say that the textbook is divided into two parts. The first one is the index paper and the second one is the detailed paper. Whereas, guys, the index paper is used to take a decision. Am I right, guys? So whereas we can say that the index paper is recorded in here. Can you see here? Index paper is recorded. The book index paper is recorded here in the data warehouse. And now, guys, what is it? We have it, the data in a transaction database, that is from the second paper of the book till the end of the book. That means the detailed data. Okay, guys, the detailed data will be recorded in on what? Transaction database. So now these are the two parts of database, where the first one is a transaction database and the second one is the data warehouse. So transaction database means what? Transaction database is a database where all day-to-day detailed transaction information will be recorded here, and data warehouse is a place where summarized information, that means index paper means what? Where summarized information will be recorded. Where what is that? Summarized information. Okay, where summarized information, okay, where what is that? Summarized information will be recorded. Where summarized information will be recorded. Okay, guys. So here we have two parts. What is the detailed data and what is that? Summarized data. And now, guys, detailed data is used for what? verifying and validating the records. And now guys, summarizing the information is nothing but, it is what is that you have it, it is used to what is it, take a decision. That's it. Okay, now guys, here you have a data like this. Can you see, all of you? Here you have a data. Okay, here you have a data. So now guys, let us try to understand how the data is recorded here. Now guys, let us try to take an example of a supermarket. Here you have a more supermarket. Guys, more supermarket is here. More supermarket is here. And now guys, there is a query here. The more supermarket is here. Now they have a data. So first one is what, product ID. I'm writing the full form here, product ID. Product ID guys, product underscore ID it is. Okay, now the product ID I'm giving it here as 1 2 3 4 5. Okay guys, the product ID is 1 2 3 4 5 guys. Now guys, can you see here? Then you have product rate. Product rate. So now guys, the product rate is what is it? You have it, tell me now. The product rate. The product rate is what? The rate is, let us assume it is here as 100. Okay, and now guys, product ID, product rate. And now guys, what is it? You have it, product quantity sold. Product quantity sold. Okay guys, product quantity sold. So now guys, the product quantity sold is, let us make it as a 10 pieces. Okay, then we have what is it, date of sales guys. What's that? You have it, date of sales. Date of sales. And now guys, the date of sales, let us assume it here as what is the date? You have it, yesterday's date. What was the date yesterday? 18th October 2022. Okay guys, this is the data, you have it. Okay guys, this is the data. And now another one, I have one more record here, 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and here the rate is, what is it? Let us make it as a 200 here guys. And the quantity sold is 10 pieces. Okay, or 20 pieces, 20 pieces. And now guys, the date of sale is, what is that? 18. Okay, 18 10 20 22. Okay, then we have, what is that? 3 4 5 6 7 is the ID number, you have it. And the rate, let us make it as a 500, all of you. And the quantity sold is 0.5 pieces. Okay, 0.5 pieces. And the date is, what is it? You have it, date of sales is 18 10 2022. Okay, 18 10 2022. Okay guys, the next one is after this. Okay, this is the 18th day. And now guys, what is the sales, you have it, tell me now. 19th day. Okay, I want the sales of 19th day. 4 5 6 7 8. Okay guys, 4 7 4 5 6 7 8. And the quantity sold, that is today's sales. So assume that today is already done. So I'm making it here 100 rupees. Okay, the quantity sold is 20. And now guys, what is the date, you have it, tell me now. 19th of 10 2022. And the next one is what? 5 6 7 8 9. Okay guys, the quantity sold, let us make it as 100 here also. Quantity sold is also 100 here. So let us make it as the quantity sold is a 20. Rate is to 100 20. And now guys, 19 10. Okay guys, 19 10 2022. And now guys, again you have, what is it? 6 7 8 9 0. Now guys, again, what is the rate, you have it, tell me now. The rate is, let us assume you have it as 200. Okay, here you have, what is it? Rate is 67890. And you have, what is that? 200. And here you have, what is that? It is 200 here. Okay, so 200. And the quantity sold, let us make it as a 10. And the date of sale is 19. Now guys, here I have falling. Getting my point? I have the falling. Now guys, what is that, you have it? I have the following. That means this is the more supermarket information, and the authorities of the more supermarket wanted the following. That means they have the queries. What are the queries? The first query they want like this, guys, all of you. The first query they want like this. The first query is they wanted to know, guys. The first query they wanted to know, what is the uh, difference of sales amount, difference of in sales amount day wise, whether the sales is increasing day wise or decreasing sale wise. Okay, so they want what is that, sales information. This is the query. Sales information uh, need to be need to be presented need to be presented need to be presented sales information need to be presented uh, in graphical format. Sales information need to be presented in graphical format. In what is it, graphical format, graphical format day. Okay, that is something, but graphical format. And now guys, the second one, expected sales, expected sales, expected sales. Can you see here what is it they require it? Expected sales for 11, sorry, for 20th, what is that you want? 10, 20th 10 2022. That's it. They want the sales expectation, and also they want the expectations of 21, 10, 2022. Now guys, tell me what is it? According to my data, guys, according to my data, or according to this data, we actually, this is the query you got it from the more supermarket. More supermarket, everyone just concentrate, the entire logic is here. Okay, so the entire logic is here. Okay, so now can you see here the entire logic is here? So can you see here what is that you have it? We have what is that, the sales information need to be presented in graphical format, and expected sales for 2010 2022 and 2110 2022. These are the two things we require it. Okay, these are the two things we require it. Okay, so now guys, first of all, how we have to move it, how the data will flow will move, I'll explain you guys. Here this is called as what, the supermarket, more supermarket users who require to present the data in this format, he is called as what, end users. He's called as what guys, end user. The name of him is what, end user. So he require the user or the customer, we call it in, okay, the business language we call it as the customer. Now guys, we will work like this. Okay, first of all, how do we move it? First of all, we require to see the data. Now guys, first of all, what is that they require it? Can you see it? Sales information need to be presented in graphical format. That means what they require, according to the first instance, what is that they require? They require the information to be presented in the graphical format, representing the growth day wise, representing the growth day wise. Am I right guys? This is the thing they want to evaluate it. This is the thing they wanted to evaluate it. Am I right guys? This is the thing they wanted to evaluate it. They wanted to find out what is the expected, that what is the sales going on, whether the day wise sales is increasing or decreasing. They wanted from 18 to 19 the sales has increased or decreased, that they wanted to know it guys, that they wanted to know it. So as they wanted to know the same, how do they move further? Let us try to see it first of all. So to beginning with the process guys, so now guys, to find out or to know, can you see here, to know the sales is increasing or not day wise, we need to perform some operations on the data. That means some calculations need to be performed here. Can you see it? Some calculations. Now guys, the calculation is nothing but, if we find out guys, if we find out net sales amount, if we find out guys, what is that, if we find out the net sales amount, if we find out the net sales amount day wise net sales amount, if we could find out, this is my programming logic I'm telling you. Okay, if we could able to find out the net sales amount, then we can easily find out whether the sales is increasing or decreasing. Am I right guys? So now guys, here you have to find out the net sales amount. To find out the net sales amount guys, let us move further. Do we require the product ID? Actually the customer is not worried about the product ID, which product sold, how many pieces, he is not worried. He is worried only about the sales amount. whether the sales amount is increased from 18 to 19th or not. He is worried only about that. Okay. So now guys, do we require the product ID? Not required. Do we require the product rate? Of course we require it. So now guys, I'm pulling in. This is called as what? I'm pulling in here. Can you see it? I'm pulling out. So product rate is required here. Okay. Product rate. Now tell me, product quantity sold is required or not? In fact, we require to find out the net sales amount. We even require the product quantity. So I'm using what's the product quantity, guys, sold here. Now, guys, date of sales is required. Obviously, date of sales is also required. So date of, okay, date of, what is it I'm requiring? Sales. So now, guys, tell me, here we have it. So now this particular part, this is called as, what is that, guys? This is called as what? Okay, this is called as what? The process of extraction. This is called as the process of, what is it? Extraction. This is called as a process of, what is it, guys? Extraction. So once the extraction is done, can you see here? Once the extraction is done, we pulled in product rate, product quantity sold, and date of sales. Now guys, what is the product, can you see here? Quantity sold rate, we have it 100 rupees. Quantity sold is 10 rupees. That means 100 into 10 means what? What will be the output you will have it? Yes, tell me now. 100 into 10 means what? Guys, tell me. 100 into 10 means what? Tell me now, guys. 100 into 10 means what? 1000 or not? I think you people are not interested, guys. I want everyone to interact. Okay. So in my every batch, people interact with me. This is not the one way thing I make it out. Okay. So I what is it? Product rate. So how I got this product rate as 1000 rupees? So 100 into 10. So I got the 1000. Am I right, guys? 200 into 20. Now tell me, what is that value you have it? Tell me now, guys. 200 into 10 is 2000, 4000. Am I right, guys? 4000. Next, afterwards, 500 into 5 means what? Tell me now. 500 into 5 means what? 2500. Am I right, guys? This is the product rate. And now, guys, quantity sold and all these things is it already done. So I've done some calculations. So now, guys, instead of this, what I can say here is I can do one more calculation. What is that? 1000 plus 4000 plus 2500, 5000, 7500. Total is what is it, guys? Tell me now. The net is what? 7500. So this you can say it as what, guys? Net sales amount. Net sales amount. Am I right, guys? Net sales amount is what? 7500. And now, guys, the net sales amount is 7500. On which date it is? Yes, guys. So date of sales. What is the date of sales, guys? Can you tell me? What is the date of sales? You have it as what? 18th. 18 10 2022. Okay, guys. Next, after this, the first day is done. The second day, what is the thing you have to tell me now? Can you see here? What is the second day data? Same calculations you have to make. 100 into 20 means what? 100 into 20 means what? 2000, no? 2000. So first line, I'm just writing the overview calculation. 2000. And now 100 into 20, again 2000. And 200 into 10, tell me now. This is also 2000. Totally how much amount? 6000. Am I right, guys? Totally the amount is what? 6000. Very good. So now, guys, I'm mentioning it here. 6000. What is the sales date you have it? 19 10 2022. That's it now. This is the data. So now, guys, this process is called as what? Extraction. Then what is the next thing you have it? Transformation. You have made some calculations now. The calculations, all this is called as what? Transformation. And the third process, whatever the third process you have it, okay, the third process is called as what, guys? It is called as what? Loading. It is called as what? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas actually, guys, this particular task of extraction, transformation, loading the data and reporting the data in this way. Can you see here? This is called, or this is done by the person called what? Yes, guys, this is done by the person called what? Data engineer. It is done by what is that? Data engineer. Who will do it? Data engineer. So it is a basic job of the data engineer to make the data ready. Okay. Now, once this is done, the job is done here. Okay. In short, we call it as what? ETL, guys. In short, we call it as what? ETL. ETL. Okay, guys, that's it. Now, can you see here? Next one, what is it? You have it. Now, ETL, extraction, transformation, loading. Now, actually, further, what is the ultimate task you have it? You got the net sales amount and you have to present it graphically, na? Graphically. But here for presentation of graphical manner, to present the data in the graphical manner, now how to make it further? So here the job of the analyst comes. Analyst. So the analyst is going to work on actually the data. The analyst is going to work on actually the data part. That means the reporting part, the actual decision making will comes here. So now, guys, as we need to present the sales information, uh, so who has find out the net sales amount? Already the data engineer has find out for you. And now the analyst, what is his job? His job is to present the data, whether in the graphical format representing the sales has increased or decreased, representing the sales as increased or decreased from what is that? You have it from what is that? From what is that? 18th and 19th of October. So now, guys, he presents the data in a graphical format by using some graphical tools. So here for that we use the tool called what? SAS, statistical analysis system. So here we use it and we present the data. We present the data in the form of a graphs. In the form, what is it? Graphs, guys. And these graphs, reports or graphs, these graphs or what is it? We can also present it in the form of what? Reports. Report and graph. What is the difference between graph and reports? Graph represent the graphical representation. That means now, guys, in the in the COVID time, we might have seen the graph of the COVID is going up and going down. The data is representing in a curve format, something like graphical format. Okay. Whereas in the reporting, report means what? Report consisting of, even if you find out any kind of, can you see here? If you take any kind of ECG scan, okay, ECG, or else of your body, or else if you take the CT scan, you will have one graphical presentation and one detailed report will be there. Report will be explaining you about the disease and the values, whatever they acquired it from your out of the test. The same way here also you have to write the report here. So report is that which consisting of the detailed information. Okay. So ultimately to the end user, the analyst is going to present the report in the form of graphs or in the form of a report. That's it. Now, what is the second query? Expected sales for 20th 10 2022 and 21 10 2022. Now, guys, they want to find out the expected sales for these 2 days. Am I right? They wanted to find out the expected sales. So now when it comes to the expected sales, guys, the expected sales is nothing but, that means you have a data of today and yesterday and you have to find out what is going to happen tomorrow or day after tomorrow. This kind of analysis is called as predictive analysis. It is called as what? Predictive analysis. This is called as what? Predictive analysis, guys. Predictive analysis. So the predictive analysis, guys, predictive analysis is referred as the future prediction. So this will be done by the person. This will be done by the person, guys. Who does it? Tell me now. This will be done by the person called, what is that? Data scientist. This is done by the person called what? Data scientist. Getting my point? This is done by the person called, what is that, guys? Data scientist. This is done by the person called what? Data scientist. That is called as predictive analysis. Whereas to perform the predictive analysis, we require to design a plan. What is that plan? That plan is called as statistical plan. That is called as what? Statistical plan. That means we need to apply the statistical techniques to design how to predict it, and what is the value you have to predict it. Do you need to predict it on the sales amount or net sales amount? Do you need to predict it? How wise? What is the that is predict the criteria of prediction? That means we call it as what? Variables of prediction. So all this, that means based on the future, are going to find out the, based on the current data and based on the previous yesterday's data and today's data, you will have to find out the future. What would be the expected sales you may have it for the coming days, called what is that, 20th and 21st. Getting my point? So this kind of job is done by the predictive analysis, that is called as a data scientist. So whether it is a job of an analyst or it is a job of data scientist, the data scientist will design the predictive analysis plan, that is called as all the future predictive statistical algorithms will be designed by the data scientist, and analyst is going to make out the difference here. Okay, so all these jobs we can do it, that is predictive analysis or predictive data modeling, or you know, the reporting and graphic, etc., etc. All these things we can do it by using the software called SAS, which stands for what? Statistical analysis system. Okay, guys. So as a part of this course, we are going to see the SAS in 3 different modules, guys. In 3 different modules. That is called, we divided these modules into 3 modules here. The first one is called as what? SAS technical module. SAS technical module. SAS technical. So under the SAS technical, we have the following. What is that? We use the thing called what? Base SAS. Okay, base SAS, guys, base SAS. And then we have, what is that? The base SAS. Sorry, we have the base SAS. Then we have the SAS macros. Okay, then we have the SAS macros, and then we have, what is that? SAS. Okay, SAS macros. Okay, then you have, what is it? Okay, SAS based macros, and then you have SAS SQL. All this is we are going to see in the technical part. Whereas in the techno functional, we have it. Okay, in the techno functional, guys, what is that? We have it. We have the SAS, guys, SAS ETL, which stands for what? SAS extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, we use it. Okay, then we have, what is it? SAS EIS, enterprise information system, EIS. Okay, so SAS EIS, enterprise information system. Okay, and then we have, what is that? The SAS ETS. ETS, that is called as what? Okay, ETS. Okay, so econometric time series. Okay, so this actually, that's it, econometric time series. So basically this we will see it in the functional part here. So here you have, what is it? Functional. So under this functional, guys, we are going to see the major one, that is called as what? SAS stat.
Excuse me,
Status.
Samir. We
Yeah,
couldn't see your screen. Could you scroll up, please? Scroll up the page here.
yeah, just a minute. Can you see here, guys? Here we have, what is that? Okay,
Yes,
so
thank you.
now SAS statistics. Then we have, what is that? Yes, guys, SAS statistics and SAS operational research. OR stands for what? Operational research. Okay, and then we have, what is that? SAS. Okay, SAS operational research, and then we have SAS ETS, which stands for econometric time series. Okay, and okay, then we are also going to see, okay, various modules here. Okay, that is the basically these 3 modules are divided or classified into these 3, that is technical, functional, and techno function. So whereas this is an end-to-end software which starts from the data pulling, that is as a data engineer job. It includes the job of, what is that? That is nothing but the data scientist and the data analyst, everything from end to end job. From end to end, we will be having it into the SAS. Okay, so whereas when the duration, it comes to the duration, basically, guys, you will have 75 hours duration. You'll have the 75 hours duration for the same. Okay, and every day you'll have the class at 10 a.m. and 10 to 11:15, like that. You will have 1 hour 15 minutes class. You will have it, and this would be obviously the online session. You'll have it, and the detailed content brochure will be uploaded by today evening. Okay, By today evening, you can get the detailed content brochure of the SAS. What are the things you have it in? What are the things you are going to cover it? Okay, and basically the SAS is right now. Obviously, it is an evergreen tool, though it is ruling the market since the past 15 years. It is ruling the market since the past more than 15 years. 15, 16 years it's ruling, but still the demand is there. But you must be asking me a doubt. So what about this requirement and how exactly? Basically, you will have a requirement based on the guys functionality, technicality, and techno functionality. Techno functionality is not that much, we use it, but technicality, there is base SAS, macros, SQL, and statistics, SAS stat. These are the basic four modules which you require to which you require to totally look into this. So as a part of this course, we are going to see almost all 10 modules here, 10 different modules I'm going to tell you. Okay, and one project implementation. So how the project will start and how the project will end, from end to end implementation we'll see it once. Okay, that's it guys. And yeah, now anything for you, anything questions for me? Yes, you can go ahead and ask me guys. And now when it comes to my experience, you guys, I have around 10 plus years of experience. And when it comes to this my experience on SAS, see, I worked on SAS, uh, purely on SAS, that is for the past 7 years I've been working on the SAS. And now currently I'm serving SAS with the cloud technologies. That means I'm supporting it on the cloud part of the SAS. Okay, wherein the reporting it all this, the applying of the SAS integration with the cloud. What is a cloud? Basically, now what is happening is the entire globe is moving from on-premises to cloud technology. Okay, so even the SAS integration is also the same, the cloud technology wise. So we are going to see here it in two ways. That is on the on-premises way as well as on the cloud way. Okay, how the SAS will work on the cloud and how the SAS we use it on the on-premises. So for on-premises, we need to install the software in your PC, guys. So installation is very simple here, guys. Can you see here? I have some. Can you see? I'll just show you my desktop. Can you see here? This is my desktop, and can you see here? I have a software. Just open this software. Can you see it? This is a some version 9.4, some older version. Okay, old version you have it. You'll get it very even the new versions. Okay, Adams. Okay, TLMFS. All this we are covered in. Okay, do not worry. C disk, C disk. Okay, so all this I'll explain you guys. SAS with a that is SAS with a clinical module. How the SAS we use it in the clinical module, and then even we will see the SAS with a banking and finance. Okay, and apart from this SAS with the clinical banking finance, and also we are going to see the SAS with what is that cloud integration, guys. That is the most important. Can you see here, guys? This is nothing but the SAS software you have it. So you need to install it. So right now this is called as on-premises software. This is right now on my desktop now. So it is in on my PC. If the same is in cloud, how do you work it? That is called as a cloud integration. So that cloud integration part is also we will see it, which is right now very booming in the market. It will come, it will flourish very soon. Okay. So guys, before it flourish, it gets into this cloud. So we have to get into here. Okay. Uh, that's it. And about this classes, guys. So we will start the classes from tomorrow, and by end of the day today, you can find it this content brochure uploaded here. Okay, that's it. So now the questions for me. You can go ahead, guys, please. No, they. I don't. We don't provide you the softwares. I don't have the softwares. You can just check out with the management if they are providing it. Okay. I don't know what the software providing installation and all this. You can check out with them. Yes, guys. Any questions for me now? Tell me, please. No questions, guys.
Hi, Samir. Do we also get exposure on live sessions like from the scenarios?
Yes, I told you, I'll just give you the good project description and project explanation that I can tell you. That's it.
May I know any
Yeah.
any placement support would be there? Placement support. Something.
Placement support, obviously, preparation of resume, how to place it on a CV, that is on a this thing, the supportals, and how this kind of support will be there. But there is no kind of, that the job assurance we will guarantee you will get your job. All this is a fake things in the market. Okay, don't go into this hench. Okay, so basically, if you get a subject, if you have a subject, obviously you'll be hired. No need of worry at all, guys. Definitely you can get a job. That's not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So it's going to be practical sessions, right, for us?
Yes, yes. Obviously, guys, without the practicals, how can we move? It's
Yeah,
night.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's it, guys. So that's it. Yeah, any other questions if you want, you can ask me, guys, please. Okay. So that's it, guys. So we'll start up the class from tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow at the same 10 a.m. we'll start the class. Okay, guys. Thank you all of you for attending. We'll see the more in detail tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Stopping the class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Hmm. Okay, guys. So let us start here. I'm just making off. Okay. Uh, let's start with a notepad here. Okay, guys. So let us start with this. Now, exactly, guys. Before we start with the SAS, okay, and introduction about the SAS, I'm audible to everyone. Please, guys, come out. I'm audible to every one of you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so now let us start here. See, basically, before we start with the SAS, that is called as the statistical analysis system.
Uh, sir,
Hmm. Yeah.
sir, actually one more question. Sir, to complete to learn the SAS, what is the prerequisite, sir?
See, basically, as such, nowadays, prerequisites, obviously, SQL is required, statistical knowledge is required, any software you learn, these are the basic things which you require it, obviously. Okay. But as such, you need not to go and do it directly here. You can learn those things by doing this also.
Why, sir, I am asking is that like actually I am working in the Excels and VBS. There is no more, there is not much coding experience and I have. So that's why asking
No,
to
no, no.
learn the
Basically,
SAS.
not,
If I
not
face any difficulty latter part of the day.
basically, you'll not have any complicated coding in the SAS. The
Okay.
SAS uses the fourth generic language for programming, very simple language, easy to
Okay, sir.
understand.
Whatever the coding, that based on like
That's
what?
based
C.
on SQL and C.
Okay, okay, sir.
Hmm. Now, guys, okay, let us start with the statistical analysis system. Now, guys, I will explain you the operational mode. How does the SAS works actually? Okay, how does the SAS works actually? Let us see the operational mode. Then we will move ahead. Okay, So guys, first of all, we go ahead, you will find the data. Okay, data. So what is my data? Data is nothing but, guys, we generally call it as information. Am I right, guys? Generally we call it as what? Information. So data means what? Information. Now you guys, we talk about the huge data. So what is my huge, guys? What is my huge? Huge is nothing but what? Massive. Massive. So we can say together, massive information. Massive information. So that we can say, what is that? Huge data. What do you mean by huge data, guys? Huge data is nothing but, what is that? Huge data is nothing but called as what? Massive information, or it is also called as big data. Have you heard about the big data, guys? Yes, big data. I think you might have seen the boards, big data, etc. Okay, big data is nothing but a massive amount of data. That is called as what? A very massive, okay, a very massive, a very large amount of data is called as what? Big data. Okay, so now when it comes to this big data, guys, okay, when it comes to the big data, so, okay, what are the sources from where we get the big data? Tell me now. Source of getting big data. Source of getting big data, guys, what are the sources of getting big data? So now tell me, what do you mean by the sources of getting big data, guys? Source of getting big data is nothing but places from where you get this big data. From where? What are the sources? Yes, guys, am I audible to everyone? And if you people are following or not following, please let me know, so that I can, help you out in this thing. Yes, guys, this is an interactive session, so try to interact. Okay, all of you, everyone. Okay, now guys, source of getting big data. So source of getting big data is nothing but a place. Okay, source of getting the big data is nothing but what? A place from where we get the big data. So now guys, a place from where we get the big data, the following are the places from where we get the big data. That is sources, major sources of getting the big data. Guys, now tell me, what is the first and major source of getting the big data? You know already what is big data. Big data is nothing but what? Massive information, large amount of information. Massive information, large amount of information is nothing but called as what? Big data. So now guys, here we get the big data. So for that, sources of big data, we can say, what's it? Social, there's nothing but social networking sites. Social networking sites. We get the data, guys, we get the data from, what is that? Social networking sites. We get the data from where? What is that? From the social networking sites. So what is my social networking sites, guys? Social networking sites are what? You don't know the social networking sites, guys? Every one of us are using. What is that? Facebook, Twitter, Twitter. Okay, then we have, what is that? Instagram, or Insta, we call it. Okay, these are all the various kinds of, what is that? Social networking sites. So these are all the social networking sites we have it. So these are all the social networking sites from where we can expect the data. From where we can expect the data. And next one, what is that you have it? Tell me now. The first one is the same. And now guys, the second one. What is the second one you have it? The source of getting the big data. Guys, the source of getting the big data. Guys, everyone. Now, the second one is called as the massive amount of data. We can receive it even from the banking applications. Banking applications. So what are my banking applications? Guys, banking applications are the applications which is used by the banking sector. The applications which is used by the banking sector also generates a very massive amount of data, such as you have an account opening application is there. Am I right? Online account opening application is there. That application consisting of what? Some detailed information about the customer. Am I right, guys? Some detailed information about the customer. Very, very, very detailed information about the customer. Am I right, guys? Very, very detailed information about the customer it holds. Whereas this kind of banking applications, guys, this kind of banking applications, suppose you go to the bank, guys. Normally you go to a bank. When you go to the bank, what happens? Once you have been to the bank, the banker will suppose you have deposited at 2000 rupees and withdrawn 1000 rupees, and 200 rupees you make some online payments. Now tell me how many entries will be there in your account? 3 4 entries. That means 4 5 entries will be there. One entry for the credit, one entry for the debit, one entry for the credit, one entry for the debit. Likewise, some 5 to 6 entries will be there. Am I right? So in the same way, the banking applications are those which basically that is has the very massive amount of data. So we can say the banking applications are those which generates a very massive amount of data. And the third one, guys, this is the second one. And the third one, human generated data. Human generated data. So what do you mean human generated data? The data which is generated by you and me are called as what? Human generated data. So generally, what kind of data we just generated, guys? If at all I'm writing some household information, something, I'll write it in Excel. Am I right, guys? Expense, income, something like that. If at all I want to write some note, I will use a text format. Am I right, guys? So different formats. So I'll just write all this data. This is also called as what? Data. And now apart from this, guys, you have the fourth one, that is the important one, called as what? Machine generated data. Machine generated data. So guys, the machine generated data is nothing but this data is generated by the machine. Okay, such as you have, guys, we all know what is a CT scan machines, guys. We all know what is a CT scan machines. We all know what is that is ECG machines, etc. So whenever a person is taken, whenever the ECG is taken for a particular person, or else whenever the CT scan is, there is nothing but whenever we take the scan of a person, okay, whereas these machines called as what? CT scan machines, ECG machines, etc., etc., they generates a very massive amount of data. They generates a very massive amount of data. Hence, such kind of data is called as what? Machine generated data. I'm not saying only the CT scan machines or whatever you have it, the ECG machine. Various machines generates various kinds of data, and this data will be recorded ultimately, or this data is called as what? The big data. This is a part of the big data, guys. Now, guys, this data we have it. So where do we store this data? Tell me now. All we get the data, sir. This data, guys, all of you, this data, can you see it? This is called as a what? Massive amount of data. So we receive the data, this, whether it is a social networking sites data or banking application data, human and generated data, etc. Okay, or else any okay kind of, even we can say the fifth one we can also say okay, anyway, so these are the various type of data we have it, but this data we can get it in the following formats. What is that formats, guys? Data, we get the data in the following formats. What is that? The first one in the form of files. We get the data in the form of what? From these sources of getting the data. These are the few sources. I'm not saying these are all the sources. From these sources we get the data towards it files. So files can be, what is the type of files? Can you say, tell me, guys? The files can be what? Excel files, comma, CSV files. All of you following? Excel files, CSV files, and then we have a CSV stands for what? Comma separated value files. Then we have text files. Then we have, what is that? Guys, what is that we have? Tell me, all of you. Any idea? Yeah, guys, I want an answer. I want everyone to respond it. Excel file, CSV file, text files. Okay. Then we have, what is that? XML files, extendable markup language, HTML files. Okay. Then we have RTF files. RTF is basically for reporting purpose. Okay. These are all the that is, these are all the files we have, etc. Many files are there, guys. These are all the type of various type of files we have it. Okay. Okay. Okay, what is it here? These are the all the type of, what is that? Even you can say JSON file also. Yes, guys, somebody said na JSON file. You can also say JSON file, etc. These are all the type of files we can have. Getting my point, everyone? Yes. So now we can get the data from the files in the form of files. Else we can also get the data in the form of what? Database. Database. So what do you mean database, guys? Database is nothing but basically a place. See, a database is very simple, guys. Don't get confused in this. The database is just like your Excel sheet only. You know, everyone knows the Excel sheet now. What is Excel sheet? Yes, guys, everyone knows the Excel sheet. Everyone knows the Excel sheet. Excel sheet is a sheet where we put the data in the form of what? Rows and columns. Am I right, guys? Where we put the data in the form of what? Rows and columns. Excel sheet is a sheet where we put the data in the form of rows and columns. Our CSV is also a same type of file which appears to be like Excel, and where the data is recorded in the form of rows and columns. But what is the difference, guys? The difference between the database and Excel sheet or CSV file is that in a database, if you have a very massive amount of data, very large amount of data, that we cannot store it in Excel file. Am I right, guys? Excel file will have some limitation for storing the data. Am I right? Excel files will have some limitation for storing the data. Whereas, guys, such limitations are not there in database. And security, Excel file, you can put some password, but that can be tampered or that can be broken up. Am I right? You can remove that and see that if you have a password in Excel file. But whereas whenever you have a database, it is provided with a very large security. Okay, guys. The same is provided with a very massive amount of security. So we can say that huge and bulky storage and security reason we use the database instead of using the Excel files. Of course, there are many more reasons, but now I don't want to confuse you by giving all the reasons. Okay, guys. So we can say these are the things we have it. Okay, guys. That's it now. Then afterwards, okay. Afterwards, what is the other data? What if, can you see here? Can get the data from the files. We can get the data from what's the databases. Databases can be what? As you have Excel from Microsoft, here you have a database. Database from what's it? SQL Server. SQL Server is from what? Microsoft only, but this is a database. Then we have, what is it, guys? Oracle database. Getting my point? Oracle database. Likewise, these are the databases, various databases from different products from Oracle Corporation. You have Oracle database from Oracle Corporation. SQL Server from what's that? Guys, SQL Server from what's that? Microsoft Corporation. Likewise, if you want to put the small type of data, we can go with Excel. Excel is Microsoft Excel, we call it. CSV, there is also Microsoft. That means Microsoft is providing files as well as the database. Based on the requirement of the user is going to purchase either the free version, whatever we get it, or else you can purchase the database and store the information. Am I right, guys? These are the things we have it. Okay, the files and database. And apart from this, we can also get the data nowadays. Nowadays, we can also get the data from, what is that? Live streaming data. Now, guys, what do you mean live streaming? Just forget about the subject. All of you must be aware of live streaming. Am I right? Please, guys, come out with your answers. I want an answer, and I want a session to be interactive. I'm not able to understand because I cannot see your faces. So I cannot understand whether you people are understanding or not, or whether you people are there or not. So that is the reason. So I want every one of you. Okay. So okay, every one of you to just interact. Okay. Yeah, Srikant, Firoz, Samir, you can just tell me if at all you are understanding or not, please. Okay. And Julia, okay, you can just interact. Okay, guys. So here you have a live streaming data. So, guys, yeah, Feroz, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just opening my mic, sir.
Okay, okay, no,
Thank you.
okay. Now, guys, so now we have understood we can get the data from files, databases, or nowadays we are getting the live streaming data. Live streaming means what? Stream means what? Watching. Am I right, guys?
It's a continuous data. It's not a
Very
constant.
good, very good. It's a continuous data. It is a continuous data. It is not a constant data. Live streaming data is nothing but what? It is a continuous data. So, where you can get this continuous data? Tell me now, guys. Yeah.
Live movie, live cricket match.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, cricket match. So, can I say stock market is a live streaming data?
Yes, sir.
Obviously. Am I right, guys? You get the share prices up and down every time, ups and down every time. That is called as what? Live streaming. Am I right? So we can get the data from the live streaming. So nowadays, even in that analysis, in that particular analysis, that is nothing but we are using the particular live streaming data. That means even the analysis of that is stock analysis, etc. We are using it. Okay. So guys, just a minute. Okay, guys. So in the stock analysis and all those things, we are using the we are getting the data even from the live streaming platform. Now, these are the sources of getting the data. Now, guys, whether you get the data in the files or get the data in database or get the data from the live streaming source, whatever that source you have it, what is that you have to do to apply and get a solution? We need to pass them. We need to pass them. We need to pass this we need to pass this to what is that, guys? Suppose I wanted to know how what would it, can you see here? There is a can you see here? There is a share or there is a stock here. I'm giving you the stock, guys. This names I'm using it as a general names. Okay. Suppose you have what is that? A bull, India Bulls. India Bulls is a share, is a stock here. And now this is now I wanted to know before I invest money before I invest some money on India Bulls, now I wanted to know as a user, I am an end user, guys. I am an end user. I wanted to know as an end user, before I invest the money on India Bulls, what is the performance of India Bulls in the past 15 days? How it is performing? Whether it is earning or it's going down the points. Okay. We say put and get now. So that is it's going up and going down. What exactly? Okay, calls and puts we call it. Okay, so it's going up or going down, coming down, or what exactly things you have it. So you have to perform that analysis. So for that analysis means what? Comparative study. You have to make some comparison on that. So we require the data. So the data is collected here. So guys, you will get a very massive amount of data now. Now you want your analyst to do it for you. How? What is the performance of India Bulls? Okay. So for that, the analyst collects the data for you. And now what does the analyst does? Analyst gets the data, guys, gets the data into the required software. So here I am using the software called what? SAS, Statistical Analysis System. Getting my point? Statistical Analysis System. So after that I use it, we perform the analysis. Using the SAS, we perform the analysis and we perform ultimately analysis, and the analysis is done. And once the analysis is done and the analyst has come to a conclusion, and that particular conclusion, detailed explanation will be given in the form of a report or else in the form of a graph.
Yes, sir.
In the form of a graph. And based on this
Samir,
report,
sir, sometimes the voice is breaking, sir.
okay. So based on this, can you share based on these reports and graphs, based on these reports and graphs, guys, based on these reports and graphs, based on these reports and graphs provided by the analyst, the end user, who is the end user? I am the end user. And the end user takes the decision of purchasing that particular share or not. Getting my point? So here, this entire process, this is the entire process we are going to do. So this is actually the business side. This is actually the business side. So whether you get the data, this is a live streaming data we have it now. And here you have what is a database. Okay. And some database, some data will be there. So any type of analysis you want to perform, first of all, you need to get the data from these particular sources into the environment called what? SAS environment. Into what is that? SAS environment. That is called as what? Statistical Analysis System. Why SAS is recommended? SAS is recommended because of its, the statistical analytical abilities. Okay, statistical analysis abilities, because there is no software in the market available which provides such a high performance, high reporting on the statistical front, whether it is a predictive analysis or irrespective of the domain specific. Domain specific means what? It can work on any domain. It can work on the banking domain. It can work on any kind of domain. Okay, so clinical domain, banking domain, etc. But apart from this, even you have a software called, SPSS, that is already gone now. And then we have the Finacle. Few days back, we got even the Finacle. Okay, not this ERP Finacle. Finacle, a software which is specially used for this statistical this thing, but that is also not that efficient enough, but it is used for purely to work on the clinical data. I will show you a Finacle, the feature of Finacle and all. One example also we'll see it on Finacle, how exactly it works off. Okay, so this is how we have it. So I think so, guys, this is the, I'll draw this diagram once again. So first of all, how we are going to work? Data, can you see here? Data. From the data, we get the data into what is it? SAS. And after getting the data into SAS, we perform what is it? Analysis. And once the analysis is done, then what happens here? Reporting. And once the reporting is done, or reporting can also be in the form of what? Graphical format. Why graphical format, guys? If you give me, guys, if you give me just a minute, for example, you go and take a test in the sense medical test. You take an ECG of yourself. He will give you a very lengthy, a long receipt, which shows the heart rate. Am I right, guys? Which shows the heart rate. Whereas as a layman, I'm not a person from the medical background. Can I understand what does that line means? Yes, guys. What does that line means? Can I understand?
No.
No. But that is what actually, what is that lines? Those lines giving you some meaningful information. That lines giving some, what is it? Meaningful information. And you cannot understand by just seeing that that is nothing but some horizontal or vertical lines, whatever you have it. But whereas for such kind of person, what is it given? One more report which is written, typed report will be given, wherein the detail of these lines will be given. Am I right, guys? So if you are educated enough, simply you can read that particular given report and come to a decision that what has happened to you. Am I right? So in the same way, in what type of format, in what formats you're getting the report from the ECG report? In two formats, in the form of a graph. Graph is that line which is showing you, in the form of a report. So graphs and reports are used for specific users. Suppose I want to see the report, I want to read the report. So I have to generate the output in the form of a report. If the client want only in graphical format, he does not understand the report, etc., etc. Because most of in foreign countries, they don't waste the things on reading and all those things. Okay, they want a graphical format, so we can also report the data in the form of graph reports or graphs. And these, based on these reports and graphs, the decision making will be done. Decision making. Okay, guys, the decision making will be done here. Getting my point? The decision making will be done. Clear, all of you now? So this is how we can go ahead with the process. Data. So this data you can get it from where? From the files. From what is that? Database. Again, from what is that? Live streaming data. Then again, what is the other thing we can have? Tell me now. Data warehouse. Data warehouse. Database and data warehouse. I told you already, no? Database and data warehouse. Here the data is recorded in summarized manner. Here the data is recorded in more detailed manner. That's it. I'll explain you more in detail once we get into the subject. Then we can also have, what is that? Data, what is it? Database, or else I'll write it here only. Database, comma, data warehouse. Okay. database comma data warehouse. Then we have what's it, live streaming data. Okay, uh, and etc. These are all the, can see sources from where we get the data. Or else nowadays we can also get the data from what, cloud environment. Getting my point? Cloud environment. So these are all the sources from where we get the data here. Okay, or else this all we can say on premises. Okay, so these are all the cloud environments. We can have it, get the data from that data. You get it into the SAS environment, perform the analysis into the SAS, and ultimately report it in the form of reports or in the form of what, graphs, and ultimately decision is made. Getting my point? Decision making will be done. So this is how exactly the process flows on. Now, guys, today we'll start with the introduction of this. So now, guys, first of all, you need to install the software called SAS software. So for this installation of the SAS software, please approach Durga Soft. They will help you out in getting this software installation done. Okay. So guys, having SAS 9.4 version, you can use any version. Open this, guys. Can you see it? This is called as a now, guys. This is called as a SAS software. This is called as a SAS software, guys. This is called as a SAS software. Okay, I'm opening this. This entire application, guys, this entire application, this is called as application workspace, AWS. It is called as what? Application workspace. It is called as what, guys? Application workspace. So that means the application workspace, guys, the application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. What is that following? The first and foremost, I'm writing it here, guys. The first and foremost here, okay, the application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. What is that? The first and foremost, I'm writing it here, guys. The first one, foremost one is called as what? SAS. The SAS window is called as what? Application workspace, AWS. And the application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. The first and foremost window, guys, the first and foremost window, SAS software. Now, the first and foremost window, guys, the first and foremost window, we have it as called was editor window. Whereas this is also called as enhanced editor, or we can also call it as what, program editor. So we can say what's it, enhanced editor, or we can also say program editor. Enhance editor or program editor, anything you can use it. Okay, enhance editor. Okay, enhance editor or program editor. Okay, enhance editor or program editor, whatever you want, you can say enhanced editor, it is one word, or program editor. Okay, so now, guys, just come back here where you write the code. This is the there is a remote window where the user writes the code. User writes the code here. Okay, see here, the user writes the code. I'm just checking off here. Can you see it, guys? Everyone, can you see it? This is your first window, that is called as program editor. Okay, guys, it is such an intelligent program or software we have it. Where can you see? I'm just using it. Can you see? I'm just opening here, editor, enhance editor now. Can you see it? So enhance editor control. Anyways, it's not saying enhance editor control is not installed here, hence it's not supporting. So no issues. Program editor is working here. So now, guys, data. Can you see here? I'm writing it somewhere. This is called as a program. So whenever the user defined program is there, we will write it, guys. We will write it in the program editor. We will write it in the window called, what is it, program editor window. And whatever the program editor window programs, we write it and we run the same. The output, whether your program is compiled successfully or is there an error. Can you see the error? Whatever the error you have it, the error you can see it in the window called what? Log window. The error you can see it in the window called what? What is it, guys? Log window. You can see it in the log window, log window. So you write the program in the program editor, and once you write the program in the program editor and you execute it, then you will get the output in the window called what? Log window. You'll get the output in the window called what? What is that, guys? Log window, log, which stands for what? Yes, log window. That's it. So whatever the 50 lines code, 100 lines code, whatever you write it, that is nothing but the what exactly happened to that particular code, that will be written here in the log window. Getting my point, all of you? Next, output. So generally the output, what happens here, guys? The output will be there in the form of reports or graphs. Am I right? Reports or graphs, and those reports and graphs will be reported here or will be sent here in the window called output window. Your window called output window. Can you see? This is the output window. Here the output will be displayed here in the form of reports or whatever you have it. Getting my point? So now, guys, these are the windowing environment. We can say these are the windowing environment. First is, what is that you have it? The first and foremost one. The first and foremost one is called as what? Program editor, where we write the programs. Okay, guys, where we write the program. And the second one is the log window, where all the compilation results. Compilation means what? Processing results. Once the program is processed, once the program written here is processed, okay, once the written program is processed here, can you see here in the log window how, what is the output exactly we have it? Okay, that is whether can you see here, the program is successfully compiled or is there any error, that you can find it in the log window. Okay, then we have output, guys. Then we have output. So output, you can display the output in the form of reports or graphs here. That's it. These are the three major windows here. What is that? Enhance, editor, log window, and output window. These are the three windows we have it. Apart from these three windows, guys, even you have a window called, what is it? Result window. Suppose you have 100 pages output is here, 100 pages output is here, and you want to go to the 56th page, 56th page. So directly you can check the result here. All the result, whatever the result you have it, the result will be keep on displaying here. Okay, guys, the result will be keep on displaying here. So whenever you want to go to the particular result, click on that, the same output will be displayed in the output window. So here, this is called as a result window. And then your explorer window. Explorer window provides you the exploration. That is nothing but it provides you the that is nothing but it helps to provide you the access to, basically, can you see it, access this my computers, favorite folders, file shortcuts, whatever you want, you can just create it, and even to the libraries. Okay, even to the libraries. Getting my point? Even to the libraries. Can you see? Open the libraries. This is the libraries. So now what is libraries? I will tell you. Library. So what do you mean by library, guys? Generally, what do you mean by library? A library is a place where it is a collection of books, multiple books. Am I right, guys? Many books will be there in a library. In the same way, that book consisting of information. Here also, the data, whatever the data you have it, the data will be available in the libraries. Am I right, guys? The data will be available in what? Libraries. Yes, guys, just open this library. I'm opening this. This is some system defined library. We don't create it. Open this. Can you see? Afghanistan. Open this. You got the data here. It is in the form of rows and columns. Am I right, guys? This is some sample type of data. This is called as a table here, guys. This is called as a table. Am I right, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a sample type of data you have. So this is all sample type of data we can use it. Okay. Again, you have, what is that? Now can you share? This is the output. So anyways, guys, these are the libraries. So just now what you have seen, libraries, these are the system defined libraries, and these are the system defined tables. We can also create our own tables, and we can also define our own libraries. Getting my point? So that we will see it anyways once we get into the subject here. Okay, so guys, these are the basic things so you must and should know here. Okay, what is that? The first one is the program editor, and the second one is the log window, guys. The second one is the log window, and the third one is what? Output window, where whatever the output or whatever the programs we write it here, we compilation results will be displayed in the log, and outputs will be displayed in the output window. Getting my point, everyone? So this is nothing but the basic introduction about this thing we have it. And explorer window and result window means what? Whatever the output you have it here, page wise, it will be recorded. Whenever you want to go to the specific output, simply click on that output and you can reach out here. Okay, that's it. And next one, what is it? You have it. Explorer window provides you the access to what is that? My computer. You can access the drive of the my computer, guys. See, C drive, etc., etc. All these things you can access it. And then apart from this, you can create the shortcut for the folders. You can create the shortcut for the file shortcuts, and also create the shortcut for the libraries. That's it. So this is nothing but the introduction about the SAS programs we have it. Okay, guys, that's it. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me the question now.
Sir, Firoz here. Sir, which version of a studio it is? Studio.
See, it is you can have any version 9.4 it is right now. Mine is 9.4. You can have it upgraded also. Okay, 9.5 is also, I think it's there. You can have it. Okay, the latest release you can have it in the market. It's available. You can take it.
So they are giving for sir some like for students or somebody they will give for for some time like trial
No, they will
version.
install it in your PC.
Okay, so this is open source, or I think this is not open source, right?
This is not a open source. This is not at all an open source, guys. You have to install this. You have to make your things install in your PC. This is not an open source.
So we will get the software copy from internet, sir, directly, or
You can try out. There is a tutorial edition is also there on the SAS INC, SAS Incorporation Limited. If that is working, fine. If that is not working, you have to get it installed by going to this institute. They will help you on that.
so somebody from lab they will help us, right?
Somebody from lab, they will help. You contact the Durga Soft admin, they will help you out in this.
Sure, sure. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it, guys. Any other questions?
Hi, sir. My name is Srikanth. I have a quick question. So, what is the plan for the teaching? I mean, will you be teaching the SAS base and first, and then
Yes, first of all,
procedures related to?
yes. First of all, we have to go ahead with the SAS, base SAS only. No, based on the base SAS only, we'll be starting up the procedures,
Okay.
and then we'll be moving ahead with the statistical procedures, etc., etc. Because
Okay, so
without,
actually, I do have experience on SAS. I'm working already.
okay,
So
okay,
I have joined this just for the CDISC one. I mean, the clinical SAS.
okay.
So how much time it would take? I mean, generally.
Generally, that will take. First of all, we have to complete the base SAS, and then we can start. In the next, 10 to 12 days, it will take for completing the base SAS. Once we complete the base SAS, then we can start with that.
Okay. So will you be teaching all the ADAMS and TLFs and
Yes,
CDs until the FDA submission?
yes. Till the FDA submission of FDA, and okay, how the things works on. I'll explain you everything.
Okay. And during this class, and you mentioned that the Pinnacle 21 is not using that much, but I still feel like, I mean, the clinical companies, I mean, the CRO companies still using Pinnacle 21 to validate the data sets.
Yes,
Clear.
yes. Not so highly used.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Who's this? Somebody chat. Yeah, Julia. Does programming mandatory? Yeah, programming is mandatory. You'll have the recording, uh, obviously. So you can practice accordingly, according to the video, recorded videos also, you can practice it. Okay. According to the recorded videos also, you can practice it. But it's better if you attend the class, because this is a practical classes required here. Okay. That's it.
Sir, who will be the point of contact for your session, sir?
Muskan will be the point of contact. I think you people have her number now, so no issues. I'll just give you. Muskan will be the point of contact. You can contact Muskan. She will help you out. So I'm giving her number. I'm just putting your number in the chat box, guys. So you can just have her number. 720 12427. This is the number. Muskan.
Sir, one point I like to uh, see this. Someone asked, does programming mandatory to attend the class? Meaning the coding part they are trying to ask. Is it mandatory? No one who is do not have background of coding, they can attend or not? This is what this question, if I
Yeah, the
understood.
question is, of course, without the programming means, if you are able to understand what I am doing.
Mhm.
See, I'm writing it here.
Yeah.
What is it? Suppose I'm writing data. Okay, sales, input. Suppose input, product,
Yes, sir.
ID. Okay, then what is it I'm using? Dollar. Then I'm using something here. Okay, name. Okay, product ID, something like this. And then I'm using name. Okay, so I'm using a dollar. If you're able to follow this, obviously programming, if you have, that's coding is obviously, then you have a data lines. So what is it I'm using? These are the coding basics. We have it. We must and should do basically understand. If you're not understanding this, if you the programming will be very easy. I mean to say, the programming in SAS, it uses the 4GL, very simple level of coding will be used here, not a complex level as we do it in the C++, Java, etc. Okay, not so. So you can understand it very well.
Yes.
That's the only thing I mean to tell you. That's it. Okay, guys.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. So that's it for the day. I'm ending up. Okay, thank you. So guys, let us start with the SAS. So here, as already you know, that the SAS stands for what? Statistical analysis system. It stands for what? Statistical analysis system, and it has the following windowing environment. So guys, the windowing environment, I'll just show you. Just a minute. Sharing. I'm sharing my screen here. All of you desktop. Now, guys, what is that we have it here is. Can you see? I have a SAS. So it is a SAS software. Can you see it? SAS? Open this. Can you see it? So it's starting up the SAS now. So we can have this. Guys, already yesterday we have discussed, okay, yesterday we have already discussed, okay, many things. That is nothing but what is SAS and what are the things we have it, how do we get it. Okay, I'll just brush it up once and then we'll move further, guys, don't worry. So for that, what is that I'll do here is, here, this is the thing, program editor. Now guys, this entire window, what you can see it here, this is called as what? This is called as AWS, that is called as application workspace. What is it called as what? Application workspace. This entire application is called as what? Application workspace, wherein the first and foremost window, which, okay guys, so which we have it is what? Program editor. Program editor is a window where we write the programs, and apart from this, can you see you can even have here enhance editor, but this is not supported in my system, that is in my software. I have to reinstall it. So guys, can you see enhance editor, we can have it. So enhance editor control is not installed, it says, so we have to install it. Okay, so now anyways, program editor does the same job, but enhance editor is more user friendly. Okay, so we have this program editor, and once you write the programs in the program editor window of SAS and run this program, the output you will get it here in the log. That means the compilation results. You'll get, what is that guys? Compilation results. You'll get which results? Tell me now. Compilation results, you'll get it. So all the compilation results you'll get it here. That means whether your program is successfully compiled or not. Whereas in the log window, guys, can you see here, all of you? I'm audible now? Yes, guys, I'm audible to know. Yeah, I'm audible to you. No issues now. So now, guys, what is it we have it here in this enhance? That is in the log window. What is it we have is, we have, for errors we will get the red color. And guys, for the warning messages, we will get the green color. Okay, for any kind of warning messages where the error is going to be happened. And normally for successfully compilation result, you'll get the blue color. You'll have 3 color combinations in the log window. And whereas again, you have a window called output window. Output window is that where the output is displayed here. That's it, guys. Okay, where the output is displayed. Okay, where the output is displayed. And now the next one, what is it you have it? Can you see here? The next one you have it as what? Can you see here? Libraries. That is called as what? Explorer window. From the Explorer window, you can go to the directly go to, what is it? The PC and access all the things, whatever we have it. You can create the shortcut for any folders and files. You can create any shortcuts. Okay, and you can also create a libraries here. So guys, so this is nothing but the actual program begins. Can you see here, all of you? Yes, tell me now. Yes. Yes, guys, are you able to follow this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now when it comes to, yes, so now what is it you have it? Libraries. So when it comes to the libraries, so guys, what is libraries? I'll just give you a note of everything. Okay, libraries in SAS, in SAS, in SAS, the libraries are those which are the collection of, okay, which are the collection of, what is that? Data sets, catalogs, files. Am I right? Data set, collection of data set, catalogs and files. That means the libraries. Okay, what is that? The libraries in SAS. So libraries are what? Yes, guys, libraries are what basically? So guys, generally in a computer, guys, so generally in a computer, can you see it? You have a folders. Am I right, guys? These are the folders. Are you able to see my desktop, guys? Now here you have a folder. I'm opening this. Can you see it? My desktop is visible to you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So now just check it here. Can you see here, I'm creating a folder. Now can you see here, I'm creating a folder, test, some folder, open this. This folder consisting of what? Tell me now. This folder consisting of some data. So I can put some data, am I right? So I can put some, what is it you have it? Excel, Excel file I can put it. And I can put a group of, you know, rar files, group of files, okay, zipped together, group of files, various type of files zipped together is here. Okay, next one, what is it you have it? Yeah, okay. Then afterwards you can also have a normal text document or images, you can have it, something like this. Can you see it? You can have various type of documents in this particular folder, whereas this kind of a folder, for your understanding, this kind of a folder, so can I say like this, folder can hold the files, information, etc. in a computer, am I right guys? Yes, folder is the collection of files, am I right guys? Folder is a collection of files, am I right? Please come out.
Yes, sir.
So in the same way, this kind of a folders, whereas here the information is recorded, here in that is nothing but, sorry, here in the SAS, these are called as what? Libraries. These are called as what? Libraries. And now guys, the libraries, when it comes to the libraries are of two types. What are those? Libraries, types of libraries. Types of libraries. Types of libraries in SAS. Types of libraries in SAS. So what are the type of libraries in SAS we have it? Tell me now. The first type of library is called as what? Tell me now. System defined. System defined libraries. System defined libraries. And next one is, what is it? You have it? User defined libraries. System defined libraries, and what is it? You have it? User defined libraries. Getting my point? System defined libraries and user defined libraries. Okay, system defined libraries and user defined libraries. We have, what is it? System defined libraries and user defined libraries. These are the two type of libraries we have it. Whereas these libraries are created by the system by default with the initialization process. Can you see here? With the initialization process of, guys, with the initialization process or with the starting of the SAS session, you will get the libraries called what? System defined libraries. So what are the system defined libraries? We have it. Open this. Can you see what is it? You have it? Work library, SAS user, help, maps. Okay. And what is it? You have it? Maps, SGFK. And again, you have, what is it? The normal maps. Okay. So, okay, can you see? These are all the system defined libraries. What is that? Maps. Okay, that is nothing but maps, SGFK, and map SAS, SAS help, SAS user, SAS work. Can you see? These are all the, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. So altogether, how many libraries we have it, guys? 6 libraries. These are system defined. This has to do nothing with the user. And guys, this is nothing but, as you know, this is nothing but is a collection of data. Can you see some data is here? Open this. Can you see? You have some data or not? This data is not created by you and me. It is system defined data. We'll get it with the software installation. Getting my point? So now, guys, just put it here. So that's it. The libraries are of two types. What is the two types you have it? The first one is the system defined libraries, and the second one is the user defined libraries. When it comes to the system defined, the following are the system defined library. What is it you have it? First one is SAS work. Can you see it? We have SAS work. So SAS work means what? By default, this is a default library which can store user defined and system defined data. SAS work library, very important. And it is a temporary storage. Once you close the session, entire data will be removed from the work. Okay. Then you have, what's that? SAS help. Help means what? This stores some documentation related to the, can you see it? This stores some documentation related to the SAS help. Can you see it? Open this SAS help, you have it, open this. This is called as a catalog, guys. Open this. This is a catalog. Catalog is a collection of files. And these are called as what? Tables. Am I right, guys? These are called as what? Tables, and these are called as what? Catalogs. So we can say that the libraries in SAS are the collection of catalogs and tables. Am I right, guys? These are the collection of what? Catalogs and tables.
Tables.
Yeah, tables, catalogs and tables. So SAS help and SAS user generally have what? SAS help and SAS user. These two files mostly have the data in the form of tables or in the form of a catalogs. Tables or in the form of what? Catalogs. That's it. Okay. Can you see here? SAS help and SAS user. Open this. Some catalog is here. Open this. Can you see it? SAS user profile. Anyways, I'm having it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Something, basically a default setting. Can you see it? Some default. That's it. Okay, guys. So these are the things we have it. Okay. So SAS work, this is called a SAS work library, SAS help, and SAS user. These are the three. There is nothing but important libraries we have it. Apart from this, these are also important, but these libraries are used basically. Okay, so to what? Generates the output in the form of what is that? Graphical format. Whenever you want to present the data in the graphical format, this contains some kind of files that is called as tables. It consists of some tables. Okay, these tables you can use it, guys. These tables you can use it. Can you see here? All are tables only. Can you see here? These are all the tables. You can use these tables to generate the output. Getting my point, all of you? Yes. The next one after this, yes, guys. The next one after this here is. The next one after this here is. Okay. These are the libraries. So these are called as what? System defined libraries. Apart from this system defined, using of the system defined, we as a user can also create some libraries. That is called as what? User defined libraries. So now what is it? You have it. System defined are how many types here we have it? So this will change based on the installation. So SAS work, SAS help, and SAS user. Then we have what's it? SAS maps. Then we have what's it? Fifth one is what? SAS. Okay. What is it? You have it? Maps. Okay. Something. Okay. Maps. What is it? You have it? Let's write it. Maps. SAS. Maps. GFK. Okay. So let us see here. We have it. Maps, SAS, and sixth one is maps. Okay, so that's it. Okay, maps, GSK, I think. Okay, that's it. Okay, so just check it here. So anyways, that's not so important to have it. GFK. Okay, that's it. GFK, that is graphical format. Okay, GFK. That's it. These are all the system defined libraries we have it. Okay, guys. Now, apart from the system defined, these are called as what? System defined libraries. Apart from the system defined, the user, that is means you and me, can also define the libraries here. Okay. So what are those libraries, guys? Let us see it here. Okay. That is called as what? The user can create a user defined library. The user can also create a user defined library, and these libraries, guys, these libraries are categorized into following. What is that? You can see here, temporary and permanent. Temporary and what's it? Permanent. Okay. What is that? Temporary and permanent. What is it? You have it? Temporary and permanent. The library, that is nothing but apart from the, can you see here? Apart from the using the system defined library, we can also create the two libraries here. What is a temporary library and what is that? Permanent library. Temporary library and what is that? Permanent library. So temporary library means what? This remains till you are there. And once you switch it off, everything will go off. Getting my point? So now guys, how to create that library? Okay. So can you see here on the top, you have a button called library. Can you see here on the top? The code here, we can use it in two ways. Either we can write the code, else we can use a graphical way. That's not a problem. So currently I'm using this. Can you see here? Add library. Click on add library. Now guys, can you see here? Give the name. So I wanted to give us session 1. What is the name I want to give it, guys? Session 1 as the name. And now I wanted to here, you can see here, default. Now guys, what is it you have? It is, what is the thing we have it? We have the type of libraries. What is it? Temporary and permanent. And then apart from this, these two can be, these two guys, two of them. Temporary means what? Only for the session. Permanent means what? Remains permanently unless until you delete it. These temporary and permanent, guys, these temporary and permanent can also be, what is that? Tell me now. These also we can, what is it? Dependent. Dependent and independent. Dependent and independent. So what do you mean dependent and what do you mean independent? See, basically dependent is nothing but, suppose I wanted to create, can you see here? I wanted to create a library, but I want this library to take the data from an Excel sheet, or else I want to take the data from, can you see here? From the SQL server. Okay, I want to give it simple, Oracle. I want to take the data from Oracle. From where you want to take the data? Tell me now. Oracle. So that means this library, it will create like same. We have this one now. Maps. Open this, some all tables. These are tables. Can you see? These are all the tables which are created. Am I right, guys? Which are pre-created. In the same way, what are all the tables you have in Oracle database that will be accessed when you create it, or when you create this? This is called as dependent library. A library which depends for data on any of the external source is called as what? Dependent library. A library depends for data. A library which depends for data on the external source. This is called as what? Dependent library. It is called as what, guys? Dependent library. So you can give any name here. And now the username and password. Whatever the username Oracle uses, that you have to use. So generally it uses the name called what? Scott. And generally it uses the password called Tiger. Okay, but let us see. Connect it. I don't think I have the Oracle software. I don't have it. So that's the reason it's not working anyways. Okay. So now can you see here right now in the system it's not there because I have moved everything to the cloud. Now, anyways, I will show you. Don't worry about this. Now, guys, let it be default here. You can use the MySQL also. Now default. That means this is not a dependent library. Now, guys, give the physical path. That means where you want to store the data physically. So browse it. And now I am saying that I want to store the data on my desktop. That's it. In the desktop, can you see here? On the desktop, I want to save my data. Click on OK. So C user Lenovo desktop. I want to save my data. That's it, guys. Nothing else is required. Click on OK. See what happens. Open the libraries. Do you have a library with a name called session 1 or not? Please come out, all of you. Am I right, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, open this. It does not has any data. Now let us do one thing. Now this is the library. Now I am closing this library. The session I am closing it. And now I'll recreate the session. Let us reopen the session now. Now, okay. Close it. Now, guys, open this. See, you have the library created by your session 1 library you have created. Now, it's there or not? Just check. Do we have a session 1 library which we have created in the last session? Yes, guys,
Yes.
it's there. No. So that is temporary. So now, guys, I'm just selecting it here. I'm giving the session 1, and let it be default. Select the enable at startup. Enable at startup. Select, if you check this enable at startup, that means this will become a permanent library. Enable at startup. Check the box called I'm enable at startup. And now, guys, browse it. Click on OK. Click on OK. That's it now. Now close the session. You can see you have a library. Session 1 library is now close the session. And now again restart the session now. Now, do you have a session 1? See here. It's there even after restarting or not? Tell me now, guys. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is how we can create the permanent library. Simply, we need to check the box called what? Enable at startup. Simply, you need to check this box to make the permanent library. That's it. Okay. So, as we know that, guys, as we know that what? The libraries, the user-defined library can be temporary and permanent. This temporary can be dependent, independent. Permanent can also be dependent and independent. Okay, guys? Everyone is okay? Yeah, what happened? So now, guys,
Yes, sir.
yeah, this is the thing we have. It's dependent and independent. So this is how we can work it out. Okay, guys? So, okay. And next one. Let us start with the next point. SAS programming. Okay, SAS programming. SAS programming. Guys, programming. SAS programming, we have it. Okay, guys. SAS programming. So now, guys, the SAS programming, the main feature of the SAS is nothing but called as what? Base SAS. What is that? Base SAS. So we can say that base SAS is the programming language of SAS. Base SAS is the programming language. Programming language of SAS. That is statistical analysis system. Guys, a statistical analysis system, we have the programming language as it uses the programming language called what? Base SAS. Getting my point? All of you clear now? Base SAS.
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes.
in the base SAS, guys, the base SAS consisting of only two parts of program. What is the two parts of program? The first one is called as what? Data step. The first one is called as what? Data step. The first one is called as what? Data step. And the second one is called as what? Proc step. Data step is nothing but, what is a data step? Data step is nothing but data step, the first amount of programming. Proc step means nothing but what? Procedure step. Proc means what? Procedures. We can say the procedure. Okay, guys, procedure step. So these are the only two parts of programming in base SAS. If you know the base SAS, guys, you can do any wonders in SAS. Okay, so here we have, what is it? We have it. We can do any wonders. Okay, so we can do any wonders here. So we must and should know. We must and should. Okay, we must and should check out here. Okay, guys, without data step and proc step in base SAS. Base SAS is called as a programming language of SAS, whereas data step is nothing but it is an part of programming where we make changes. Proc step, we cannot change the things mostly. Getting my point? Proc step, we cannot. Procedures. Proc means what? Procedures. These procedures are inbuilt, guys. You don't create it. Simply you use it. Procedures are inbuilt. We are going to use the procedure, but we are not going to create the procedures. Okay, so we have the two parts of program. What is it? You have it, data step and proc step, that is in the base SAS. Clear, all of you? So now, guys, so data step, I'm starting up with the data step now, guys. Data step, so I'm writing a note. Data step is data. What do you mean data? Tell me now, what do you mean data? Data wise, not forget about step here. What do you mean data?
Collection of information, sir, may be
That's-
structured or.
That's it. That means data means information, nothing else means information. So now, guys, data is nothing but the information. Okay, so what is it? You have it, information. Information. Step means what? Programming step. That's it. Okay. Information step. So how to extract the information? So we can say that data step is the, okay, data step is the, can see here, step of programming which creates the data set, So guys, what do you mean data set? Data set is nothing but a table. In some other languages we call it as a table, guys, but this table in SAS is called as what? Data set. Now a table is a collection of what? Tell me now, guys. A table is a collection of what? Rows and rows
columns.
and columns. Rows and columns, whereas the SAS data set is the collection of observations and variables, where observations are rows, variables are columns. Getting my point? Observations are rows, variables are columns. That's it. Okay, observations and variables. Okay, guys, clear? Observations and variables. So in this step of program which creates a data set. Data set is nothing but it's a collection of observations and variables. In some other languages we call it as table. Table is a collection of what? Rows and columns, where rows are nothing but what? Observations, columns are nothing but variables. I'm just pasting it here for your understanding, nothing else. Okay, guys, okay, now clear? So rows and columns, that's it. Okay, That's it, guys. And now data step is a step of program which creates the data set. That is the collection of what? Rows and columns. Getting my point? So that's it, guys. So for this, we'll end up the class now, and we'll just create it. That is, we'll just start the classes, and we'll begin the process tomorrow. Okay. Okay, guys. So tomorrow also the same timing, 10 o'clock. We'll meet again. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
I'm just ending the class. Thank you. You can
Thank
claim
you.
this recording. You can just claim this recording. You can contact Durga Soft. They will share you the recordings of this. Okay. You need to provide the drive access. You need to provide your email ID, so drive access will be given to you accordingly. Okay, that's it.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
good morning.
Firoz here. Sir, I seen sir you are taking sessions for Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks, sir. So
Yes,
is it you only? You only, right?
yes.
Okay. Sir, when it will be started? It says 27, sir.
27 ADF is 27th.
Okay, so ADF and ADF with Databricks, sir. These two you are taking?
Yeah,
Or
ADF and ADB too. I'm taking them.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, I
Okay,
have to join this because there is some important aspect came in my project. So,
okay,
sir,
okay.
I'm looking for that.
Definitely you can, please. Okay, no issues. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm just ending. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Are you there?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Okay, so let us start here. Okay. Just a minute. I'm sharing this. Okay, guys, so let us start with this. Now, guys, already we have had a brief discussion about the SAS. So I'll just brief it and we'll move further. SAS is nothing but basically the statistical analysis system. SAS stands for statistical analysis system. Okay, so this is a software. This is a software, we can say. It is developed on the technique called what? OLAP. Okay, guys, what is that? OLAP, online analytical process. Okay, this is a technique which is used for analysis. So what do you mean analysis, guys? Analysis is nothing but basically to perform the comparative study between two different situations to take a decision is called as analysis. So analysis is nothing but it is the comparative study between two different situations to take a decision is called as what? Analysis. Getting my point, guys? So now, guys, so we have already discussed these things. So just I'm going ahead with this, guys. Can you see here? All of you. So this here you just a minute. Now, guys, this is my desktop. Wherein my desktop, can you see here? Here you have it. What is that? You have it. Can you see here? I have a software here, SAS 9.4. I'm opening this. Simply double click on the shortcut, whatever you have it, guys. Nothing else is required. So everyone, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Now this is the window. That is nothing but this is called as the application workspace. This entire windowing environment is called as what? Application workspace, guys. It is called as what? Application workspace, AWS. This is called as AWS, application workspace. So now, guys, let us close it. Can you see it? Open this. This is called as application workspace, whereas the application workspace consisting of, or the we can say application workspace of SAS. What is it? Application workspace of SAS, guys. Application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. Consisting of what is that? The following. The application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. What is that? We have it. Okay. The application workspace of SAS consisting of the following. What is that? The first and foremost is what is it called as program editor. It is called as what? Program editor. So program editor is nothing but what called program editor is nothing but what? Here we write all the programs. Here we write what is it? All the programs. So whenever you wanted to write a program, the program we write it in the enhance editor window or the program editor window. Guys, we will just install it some more advanced version wherein you'll have the enhance editor. Can you see it? For this particular thing, it's not supporting enhance editor, but enhance editor is also similar to the program editor. Whereas the program editor was in use in very early versions, that is called as 8.0 and not. From the 9.0 onwards, we are using the enhance editor. From the 9.0, SAS 9.0, we are using the enhance editor. Okay. So guys, this is the thing we have it. Then whatever the program you write it, whenever you run this program, whenever you compile this program, or whenever you execute the program written in the enhance editor, the same will be outputs. That means the whether your output or whatever the thing, whatever the program is written, whether it is successfully compiled or you have any error, that you can find it out. Using the window called what? Log window. Using the window called what? Log window. So now, guys, here I can tell you the following. What is that? The first one, the windowing environment. So application workspace, guys. Application workspace. So now, guys, the application workspace. What is it? Application workspace. Application workspace for SAS. SAS means what? Statistical analysis system. First window. What is the window we have it? Program editor. Program editor. Program editor. Okay. What is that? Program editor. So program editor is nothing but it is a window where the user defined code. Where what is that? User defined code. User defined code will be written. Will be written. Okay, guys. Next one. After this, what is the next window you have it? Here you have the second window, guys. The second window is the log window. This is the log window. Can you see I'm writing the thing about the log here? Log window. Log window is nothing but it is a window which holds tell me now, what is that, guys? It is the window which holds what is that? Compilation results. Compilation results. Compilation results. Okay, compilation results. Compilation results. That means the process results. So we can have three colors here. What is the three colors? The first color is the blue. Everyone is able to see? Yes, blue color represents the success. And now guys, yeah, what happened? Am I audible to everyone? I want an answer.
Yes, sir, clear.
Second is the green, which represents the warning. Warning. And third one, we have it as the red, represents the error. Represents the error. That's it, guys. Okay. Okay. We have the warning messages. So now, guys, these are the things we have. Just come back here. Now, can you see here? You have it. Okay, guys. Here you have it. So now, guys, this is the thing we have. The third window is nothing but the output. Can you see this is the output window? Where output window, I'm writing it. It displays the output. Whatever the program I'm writing it here now. Whatever the program I write it here. Whatever the program we write it here in the enhance editor window or the program editor window, the compilation results, whether your program is successfully compiled or you have any error, whether your program is successfully compiled or you have any error, that will be displayed in the log window. That will be displayed in the log window. Okay, that will be displayed in the log window. Whereas the outputs, whatever the outputs you have it, okay, whatever the outputs you have it, the outputs will be displayed in the output window, and each output will hold one page. Okay, so now guys, here I'm writing it. Third one, output window. Output window. So what is it? Records or it displays or it is used to display the outputs. It is used to display the outputs. That's it. Okay, it is used to display the outputs of the program, of the compiled program, of the compiled program, of the compiled program. Okay, guys, that's it. Next, prior to after this, guys, we have another this thing. What is it? We have it. Can you see here? End up. Here you have it. Can you see here? Here you have a result window, and here you have an explorer window. Explorer window provides you the interface. Can you see it? Explorer window provides you the interface to what is that? Create the shortcuts for libraries. Create the shortcut for libraries. Okay, there is you can create a shortcuts for frequently used files and folders. Okay, suppose there is a file here. There is a file here. I want to create a shortcut for this file. That shortcut you can create it here. File by selecting the option called file shortcuts. You can create a shortcut here. Okay, new shortcut. Which file you want to create a shortcut? Disk, browse. Can you share which file you want to create shortcut? So now guys, I want something like this. Some files I want to shortcut it off. Okay. So likewise, you can create a shortcut here. Okay, guys, you can create a shortcut for specific used file. And whereas the next one after this here is okay, file shortcuts. You can also create some folders are there. Suppose you have some folders, and for these folders you want to create a shortcut. That is also possible here. That is also possible here. Can you see it? That is also possible here whenever we use the folders. Okay, favorite folders. Can you see it? You can create a shortcut. My desktop is here. Can you see? I've created a shortcut for my desktop. Am I audible to everyone or not? Guys,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
so now can you see my whole desktop I'm able to access. My file, can you see it? My whole file I'm able to access it. Am I right? That's it, guys. So these are the shortcuts. And then you have what's it? This PC means what? Obviously, this PC. How many drives you have in this PC, etc. Everything you can just, you can go ahead like this. Likewise, you can also have the libraries. So already in the last class, you have discussed and created a library also. Okay, guys. So what is library? So basically, libraries are nothing but these are like a folders. So now, guys, let us start with the libraries here. Okay, I'm just writing up libraries. Libraries. Okay, guys, libraries. So now, guys, libraries are nothing but what? Libraries are libraries are those which are used to hold or store data sets and catalogs in SAS. Okay, guys, in SAS. Libraries are those which are used to store data set and catalogs in SAS. And libraries are like folders, guys. Generally, in a computer, we call it as what? Folder, na? But those kind of folders, guys, those kind of folders here are referred as what? Libraries. That's it. And now the libraries are of how many types? Can you tell me, guys? The libraries are of two types. What is that? The first one is called as what? Yes. Tell me now, what is the first type of library? The libraries are of two categories or two types, we can say. The first library, here we can say the first and foremost library, that is called as the temporary library. That means temporary library means what? It remains into the session only till the session is on. Once you close the session, this is the session, you create it. You create it. Once you create it and you close the session, you restart it, that will automatically go whenever we have a temporary library. Permanent means what? It will become permanent. It will become permanent. No change. Permanent means what? There will be no deletion. Okay. And now, guys, this temporary and permanent, can you see it? This temporary and permanent. This temporary and also the permanent can be what? Dependent or independent. It can be again, what is it? Two subcategories you can have, dependent or independent. Dependent, and next one is what? Independent. Dependent and independent. Dependent and independent. So what do you mean dependent and what do you mean independent, guys? Dependent means what? Dependent libraries which takes the data from the external source. Suppose you have an Oracle database. Suppose you have an Oracle database. You wanted to get the data. So if you create a library here, lib, if you create a library, this library will hold the data from the Oracle into this environment. Okay. Originally the data is in Oracle only. Only the image will be transferred here. Only what is it, guys? Can you see here? The image will be transferred here into the libraries. Getting my point? That is the use of what is that? Library is called dependent library. This dependent can be temporary, permanent. Independent can be temporary or permanent. Independent libraries are those which are created by you and me, and we create and store our own data sets here, such as I'm just having it here. Can you see here? I'm creating the libraries. Already I have showed you, but still I wanted to repeat it once more today, as you got 2 days of gap here. Okay, guys. So here you have what is it? Libraries. Click on this. Now can you see here? If you want to make a permanent one, check enabled at startup. Okay. And now, guys, default means independent should be default only. Give the library name. Okay, test lib. What should I'm using? Test lib as a name. Browse where you want to store the data. I wanted to store the data on my desktop. Click on OK. Click on OK. That's it. See, go to the libraries. It is created or not? Test lib is there or not? Yes, guys. Tell me the test lib is there or not? Yeah, am I audible? Yes, guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Next, after this, okay. So once we have it, now, guys, this is the can you see it? Following or not, everyone? Please, if people are following, is both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, next after this, can you see it? This is the thing we have it, libraries. And now, guys, once you click on this, and now, guys, if at all you want to create a dependent library, I'll show you how to create a dependent library. For that, can you see here? I'm using a sample lib. Instead of this, I wanted to use something, okay, something like something like Oracle. I want to use it. So use Oracle here, or whatever the some, I can also have, what is that, some file where I can have it. Okay, some file, Excel file. I want to use the Excel file. So where is Excel file? You have to browse it. Okay, where is your file? So now you have to browse it. So now, guys, I have this file. Now, Excel, can you see here? I can just have it here, or else I'll search it here. XML file I want it. Let us assume XML. Can you see it? I'm opening this XML. I want to create an library that is nothing but using this particular file. Wait, it's coming. It will come. Because the browser now, it will take some time. It's opening, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me open this file somewhere where it is physically recorded. Here you have it. Open this. Okay, anyways, leave it. XML not working now. I'll use some other file. Okay, can you see here, guys? Here I have XLX. I'm using this. Control X. I'm pasting here. Can you see here? I want, this is the file. I want to open it. Okay, guys, some data is here. Let us see. No data is here, no. Okay, I'll put some data in this. What's the problem? I have some data. I'll put it across in this. Now, guys, this is the data. You have it. I'm just putting off some data on this. Okay. All of you following now, please come out with your answer.
Yes, sir.
So I'm having it. I'm pasting it here. Okay, guys. Okay, just a minute. Okay, guys, so here you have a CSV file. Okay, actually, you have a CSV file here. So I will just try to copy this data. Some lines, okay. Some few lines I want to copy it. I'm trying to paste it across here. I'm using XLX. What is it? XLX, Excel sheet. So guys, what is that I want? Test. Open this same file now. Paste it now. Now got it, guys. It's saved now. So save it. Save it. That's it. So open test once more. You want to check it once more, just check it off. Now, guys, that's it now. Here you have a data. Now you want to get the data into this. So for that, can you see? Open the SAS software. And now, guys, it is whatever file you have it. XLSX. Am I right, guys? XLXS. Okay. Have it here. Paste the physical path. So for that, put the control on the file. Go to the properties. Copy the physical path. Paste it here. /test. That's it now. Click OK. See here. What's the library? It's created or not? Sample. Okay, open this. The data is not written. Can you see here? But can you see here logo? Logo, can you see here? The logo is changed. This is testlib we have created, but the logo is different. Am I right, guys? This means what? It should be, but that means dependent for data on other. That's it. It's not directly that data is available here. Okay, that is the data. It's taking the data from what? External source. Okay. So now, guys, what we will do is, this is my data. Okay. So now, guys, this data, what I'm doing is I'm creating a library into the SAS using this particular data. So hence it is created. Okay. So now, guys, it is why you are not getting it, I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay. So this is the library, you have it. Okay. That's it. So now, guys, how many libraries you have it created so far? Dependent and independent. Independent, very simple process. Independent, no path should be given here. Okay. And dependent means what? Path should be given through on which you want to create it. And select the engine also. As a engine should be default for Indian should be default. Indian should be default for independent. And you have to use which one? Can you see Hadoop also? You can use it. Hadoop cluster, big data Hadoop. Nowadays, it's going on very much. Okay. And then whatever you want, you can use it. Okay. Can you see here? Whatever you want, you can have it. Whichever engine you want, ODBC, OLEDB, Oracle. Can you see here? All these are the. Or if you have some PC files, is there? PC files. So whatever file, Excel file. Okay. That all physical parts you can view. Everything you can make it off. Okay, guys. Clear, all of you? Yes. So these are the things we have it. Now, guys, apart from this, when it comes to programming, we have the first programming that is called as base SAS. Base SAS is called as programming language of SAS. What is it? Programming language of SAS is the base SAS. Base SAS is the programming language of SAS. Getting my point? Base SAS is called as the programming language of SAS. And whereas the entire programming in SAS is divided into two parts. What is that? First one is called as a data step, and the second one is called as the proc step. Following everyone or not? Please let me know. Yes, data step and proc step. Yes, guys, I'm audible. Yeah, yeah. Feroz and Swapna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now
Yes,
you
sir.
have.
Yes, sir. We are following, sir.
Okay, so now what is it? You have it. You have two programming. That is nothing but base SAS programming has two parts. What is it? Data step and proc step. Now, guys, what is data step? Data step is that where we create a data set. Data set means what? Data set is nothing but in some other languages we call it as a table, but this table in SAS is called as a data set. A table is the collection of what, guys? Tell me now. A table is a collection of what? Rows and columns. Rows and columns. Table is a collection of what? Rows and columns, whereas data set is the collection of what? Data set is the collection of what? Observations. Observations and variables. Observations and variables, where observations are rows. Observations are what is it, guys? Rows. I'm writing it for the clarity purpose as you are new to the interface now. R means rows, and variables are nothing but what? C. C stands for what? Columns. Okay, guys. Observation, rows, variables. Variables are what's that? Variables are nothing but what? Are columns. Okay, observations and variables. So data set or a data step. Data step, using the data step, we create the data set, whereas the data set is the collection of observations and variables. Now here you have a proc step. So guys, what is proc step? Proc step is nothing but it is called as the procedure step.
Observations meaning are in brackets and this I missed.
Observations means rows.
Rows, okay.
R means rows. Variables means what? C, columns.
Column. Okay.
Now proc step is
possible. Can we just write row completely? Okay. R meaning rows. Okay. Variable is column. Good, sir. Okay. Good.
Okay, that's it. Now procedure. Proc step is nothing but procedure step. It is a step of program where all the predefined applications are where all the predefined applications where all the predefined applications where all the predefined applications where all the predefined application where all the predefined applications are executed. on the data step or data sets. See guys, the only step of in the whole SAS, you have only these two parts of programming, nothing else is there. You have only data step and proc step. Data step is where you write the programs, where you create the tables, and proc step is that where all the procedures are predefined. Simply we need to use it according to our requirement. That is the proc step, guys. Okay, proc step and data step, these are the only two type of programs. So we write this data step and proc step here into the enhance editor window. Okay guys, that's it. So guys, what we will do is we will start this programming. We will start this programming from tomorrow onwards. So just till here, you can have a note of all this data step, proc step, etc. So I'm just saving this notepad file. So for reference for tomorrow. Okay, SAS. What is the date you have today, guys? 25th. 10. That's it, guys. So I'm just saving it. So let us start tomorrow. From tomorrow, we'll start up the data step and proc step. Okay, guys. Clear, all of you, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So now, guys, you can you can claim the recordings and everything. You can just get in touch with them and get it. So we'll start with the data step and proc step from tomorrow.
Sir, one request, sir. These all softwares and these things, who will help, sir? Durga software?
No, Durga soft people, they don't provide it, I think so. You have to install it. I'll give you a number. That person is going will install and give it to you. Even though you are at a remote place, need not physically available anywhere. Even though you are at a remote place, okay, they will provide you. That is, he will take any desk application and he will try to install it in your PC. That's not a problem.
That will be chargeable, sir?
Yeah, he will charge you. He will charge you. You can just talk to him regarding the charges and
Please.
negotiation. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Sir, another thing is that let me one doubt is that because there is a 4-5 people or only 6 people in this batch. This batch will be going to come going on, or at some point of view it will be dropped. So that's the big worry for me.
No. Actually, we have started this SAS very recent. This is the first batch we have started. That is the reason, and
Yes.
yeah, and the market is not that is so the requirement is not very much in bulk in SAS. So hence, people below 10 only you will have it in this batch. So whatever the strength of the people or strength of the batch, we will continue till the end. That is not an issue here. Okay. So we have to
That's
continue.
the thing I want to hear from you, sir.
Yeah,
That's the only thing you here, because I'm going to register you today or tomorrow. That, but thing is that this only thing I stopped here because this batch will going to complete or not, because only 5-6 people are there. That's why.
No, for SAS, you don't have any institutes around.
Yes, sir.
And wherever you go, you will find this much strength only, not huge. 4-5 people only, maximum 10 people. And we have started very new because I was into the SAS, till the past 3 years. 3 years I was into SAS only. I was working on SAS basically. Now I'm supporting currently for cloud technologies. Okay, I'm working onto them cloud, but I was into the SAS. So till that time it was very good. SAS is still it's there. The market is there, but I have upgraded to cloud anyways. That's a different issue. So now, guys, basically the thing is that this requirement of SAS is obviously it's very good because statistical analysis and SAS is very obviously as the market is there definitely, but you will not have a bulky jobs, huge jobs at a time 50 requirement, at a time 25 requirement, like that you will not have. In a company you will have 1 or 2 or 5, not more than that. So accordingly the students will be like that. If you have 50 requirements, obviously 100 students will learn or 200 students will learn. Out of 200 students, 50 will get recruited. Am I right? So now, guys, so this is the vice versa. This all things depends on one or the another. So this things keeps on happening here. Okay.
Sir, there is not an issue, sir. Another thing is that how much is the coding required, sir, for this complete to because
Entire coding only, coding based only. Nothing will be graphical. But you
means
will have easy 4GL, fourth generic language for coding, basically. Very
okay,
simple
sir.
level of coding you will have it. Not
I'm
complex.
just asking.
Not complex.
Coding
level of
means
coding.
like sir, 1 minute, sir. Coding means like SQL or C or like what Java, then what type of coding? That's why
SQL only. SQL, like SQL only.
PLSQL like
Not PLSQL, only SQL.
only SQL. Okay.
PLSQL is complicated.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking is that only SQL means there is
Only
a certain command.
Not that, but very simple command. You will understand it. There is no complexity in that. Not worry about that.
Okay, sir. And regarding the sir market point of view, sir, is still very good, no, sir?
Still very good. I told you, no? Requirement is limited. You will have hands also limited. Requirement is also limited.
Okay.
But salary is good, sir, in Paris.
Very good. Salary will be very good on this.
Yes.
These are the
Even
high-end
teaching-
tools. These are the high-end technologies. These are the high-end technologies, and basically these are used by a big corporates, not by small companies. So hence the salaries will be always good on this.
Sir, along with that, any BI tools will be required, like Tableau?
No, this itself is a BI tool only.
Okay.
SAS is a BI tool, was. So what is there to learn again the another BI tool?
Okay, sir.
Not sure. Any other questions?
No,
Sir, Azure data factory, sir, will be on 27, right?
Yeah.
27 evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
27 evening, 7 o'clock.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. No issues. Bye-bye. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Yes, guys. I'm audible. I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So, good morning. Okay, guys. So let us start here. Guys, I want the session to be a bit interactive rather than me discussing it on one-to-one. Okay, I want everyone to just interact. Okay, so can you see, guys, all of you? See, calling your names individually doesn't looks like that's really professionalism. So okay, so guys, just try to interact. So now guys, what we will do is, okay, uh let us start with this. Now guys, what is basically the SAS? SAS basically, can you see here, the SAS stands for, okay, SAS stands for statistical analysis system. Okay, statistical analysis system. Okay, this is the abbreviation of the SAS, statistical analysis system. Wherein, okay, this software, we can say that it is there in the market since very long. That is from the year called, okay, 19 76 and not. It's a very old one. Previously, used to have it. We used to, people used to use this SAS software for small type of calculations, some small type of calculations. Okay, yes, so small type of calculations. Yes, tell me what is it? Yeah, anyone wants to say something? Okay, so some small type of calculations, but later on, okay, later on, it has developed, and now this is a complete statistical solution. What is a that is statistical solution for the statistical analysis, a complete solution for the statistical analysis, that is called as what? SAS. So when it comes to the SAS, that is called as SAS. What exactly the SAS is, why it is used, where it is used, okay, how it is used. And now the SAS is a product. SAS is a product. SAS is a product of, what is that? SAS Inc. SAS Incorporation. SAS Corporation Limited, USA. Okay, guys. So now let us start basically.